Students, today we will continue with the word problems dealt yesterday. Yesterday we dealt till question number 5. Today we will start with question number 6. 3 consecutive integers add up to 51. What are these integers? Notice the word consecutive, that is the numbers which come next to next. When you see a word consecutive, you should take the integers as x, x plus 1, x plus 2. When you get a question about consecutive integers, always use the variables x, x plus 1 and x plus 2. Here you are asked about 3 consecutive integers. That's why we are taking x, x plus 1, x plus 2. Given that integers add up to, the 3 integers add up to 51, that is x plus 1 plus x plus 2. This is the first integer, second integer, and this is the third integer. When you add, you are getting the answer as 51. Here how many x are there? X plus x, that is 3x. What are the constants here? Plus 1 plus 2, plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. So the equation you get here is 3x plus 3 equal to 51. 3x is equal to 51 minus 3 plus 3. When it comes to this side, it becomes minus 3. 3x is equal to 48. 51 minus 3 is 48. X is equal to 48 divided by 3. 48 divided by 3 is 16. So the first number you got it as 16. So which will be the next two integers? Which will be the next two integers? If 16 is the first integer, the next two integers will be 17 and 18. So the 3 consecutive integers are 16, 17 and 18. In this question you have to notice that if you are getting 3 consecutive integers, you will take the integers as x, x plus 1, x plus 2. Such type of questions will come in the exam. We will go to the next question. The sum of 3 consecutive multiples of 8. Consecutive multiples of 8. Students, you can see the multiples of 8 here. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. I have written the first 5 multiples of 8. What is the relation between the first 2 multiples? 8 plus 8 is 16. 8 plus 16 is 24. So if I take the first 3 consecutive multiples of 8, if I take 8 is equal to x, I can write the second as x plus 8. If I am taking first as x, what is the third multiple? It will be x plus 16. Let the 3 consecutive multiples of 8 be x, x plus 8 and x plus 16. Given that the sum of 3 consecutive multiples of 8 is 888. When you add the consecutive 3 multiples of 8, you are getting the value as 888. Okay, this is the first multiple of 8. This is the second multiple of 8 and this is the third multiple of 8, which is you are considering the question. I am not talking about 8, 16 and 24. Here the first 3 consecutive multiples of 8. Okay, how many x are there? X plus x plus x. So 3x. How many constants are there? 2 constants are there. 8 and 16. 8 plus 16, 24. 3x plus 24 equal to 888. These steps you know. How did you get it? At last you will get x is equal to 288. So the first multiple in the answer is 288. So what will be the next multiple? You have taken the next multiple as x plus 8. It is 288 plus 8 and the third multiple will be 288 plus 16. So the answer is 288, 296 and 304. Clear? Students, can you tell me what will be the consecutive multiples of 11 if I am asking you? The first will be x, the next one will be x plus 11, the next multiple will be x plus 22. Okay, like that, if any of the multiples of the whole numbers are asked, you will take it in that order. Don't study only for 8. You can write any of the consecutive multiples for any number. Make it clear, make it very clear. 3 consecutive integers are such that when they are taken in increasing order and multiplied by 2, 3 and 4 respectively, they add up to 74. Find these numbers. Here also you are given 3 consecutive integers. In the previous question I told you what will you take for 3 consecutive integers? You will take it as x, x plus 1 and x plus 2. Increasing order. The first one will, the smallest one will be x, the next one will be x plus 2 and the largest one will be x plus 2. X, x plus 1 and x plus 2. Multiplication. The first one you are multiplying with 2, the second integer you are multiplying it with 3 and the third integer you are multiplying with 4. So 2 into x is 2x, 3 into x plus 1, 3 into x plus 3 into 1, 3x plus 3. 4 into x plus 2, 4x plus 8. Where is 8 coming from? 4 into 2. Don't forget to multiply the second number also. Most of you will make mistake in that. You will forget to multiply this number with the second number. 4 multiplied by 2. Don't do that. Given that these numbers add up to 74. That means these numbers add up to 74. These numbers when you add you will get 74. 2x plus 3x plus 4x. 2x plus 3x is 5x. 5x plus 4x is 9x. 3 plus 8. 3 plus 8 is 11. 9x plus 11 equal to 74. Students, you will get half the mark of this question if you get this equation. Okay. Then solving the equation you will get x is equal to 7. You have to find 3 integers. If 7 is the first integer, the next consecutive integers you know it is 7, 8 and 9. The next question is 9th one. The ages of Rahul and Harun are in the ratio 5:7. 4 years later, the sum of their ages will be 56. What are their present ages? Students, in this question you have two concepts. The first concept you have come across in the previous class, that is 5:7 ratio. I told you in that class when you get a question with ratio, you will take that ratio itself as numbers 5x and 7x. The age of Rahul will be 5x and age of Harun will be 7x. After 4 years, as human beings or as living things, after 4 years our age will increase by 4, right? So 5x plus 4 and 7x plus 4. Presently, now Rahul is 5x, so after 4 years he will become 5x plus 4. Similarly, Harun will be 7x plus 4. In your question, it is given that the sum of, see, the sum of. So, you will add these numbers and you will get 12x plus 8 equal to 56. At this point, you will get half the marks of your question. Now, the next half will go for the solution of the equation. 12x plus 8 is equal to 56. 12x is equal to 56 minus 8. And at last you will get x is equal to 4. As said before, don't stop here. Your aim is to get the age of Rahul. Age of Rahul is 5x. That is 5 into 4, 20 years. Age of Harun is 7x. That is 7 into 4. 5. So age of Rahul is 20 years and age of Harun is 28 years. Next question. The number of boys and girls in a class are in the ratio 7:5. The number of boys is 8 more than the number of girls. What is the total class strength? Such type of questions are very important, children. Here also ratio is coming so that you will know that what are the numbers you are going to take. The number of boys will be 7x and the number of girls will be 5x. You can see a relation between the number of boys and number of girls. Number of boys is. So what is the number of boys you have taken? 7x. Is. What is is? Is equal to 8 more than. 8 more than means 8 plus the number of girls. The number of girls you have taken it as 5x. Number of boys is 8 more than the number of girls. This is your equation. You are taking 5x to the other side. So it is minus 5x. 7 minus 5 is 2. 2x is equal to 8. So x is equal to 4. I am telling you again, don't stop it here. The number of boys is 7x. So 7 into 4, 28 boys. The number of girls is 5x. 5 into 4, 20 girls. Your question is, what is the total class strength? Total class strength is number of boys plus number of girls. That is 48 students. Hope you understood it clearly. Students, the important concept in this word problems are age problems, AGE, age problems, ratio problems, consecutive integers, consecutive multiples and all. Take care of all these questions. Next question. 15 years from now. That is an important word. 15 years from now. That means after 15 years. Ravi's age will be 4 times his present age. So we'll take Ravi's present age as x. So after 15 years, what will happen to his age? It will increase by 15. So after 15 years, if Rahul is x years now, after 15 years, what will be his age? X plus 15. You can see 15 years from now, Ravi's age will be. What is Ravi's age after 15 years? X plus 15. Will be is changed to equal to sign. 4 times his present age. 4 times 4 into x. What is x here? X is the present age of Ravi. This is your equation. Here lies your half mark. Okay. Solving the equation, you will get 5 equal to x. That is, Ravi's present age is equal to 5 years. Don't think that the teacher is going so fast. As I have discussed and clearly explained the previous questions, these questions are very easy for you. The only condition is that you have to read the question part by part and identify the words which the teacher explained to you to convert it into linear equations. Solve the equations step by step. The last question. A rational number is such that when you multiply it by 5 by 2 and add 2 by 3 to the product, you get negative 7 by 12. What is the number? Students, we have started with such a question and we are going to end the session with such a question. Rational number. This was your first chapter. Don't think much about rational numbers. Rational numbers are fractions having negative and positive sign. Okay. Don't think too much about rational numbers, the word rational number. Whatever you have done with fractions, you are going to do with rational numbers also. Let the rational number be x. Read the question part by part. Multiply it by 5 by 2. You are going to multiply x by 5 by 2. What will you get? 5x by 2. Add 2 by 3 to the product. You got 5x by 2 after multiplying. To that you are going to add 2 by 3. So what will you get? 5x by 2 plus 2 by 3. You get. The word you get is transferred to equal to sign. So what will be your equation? 5x by 2 plus 2 by 3 equal to negative 7 by 12. Here you can see they are fractions. What is the next step for fraction? Taking LCM of the denominators. 2, 3 and 12. What is the LCM for 2, 3 and 12? It is 12. So multiplying the whole equation by 12. 12 into 5x by 2 plus 12 into 2 by 3 equal to 12 into negative 7 by 12. Cancelling the common terms, you will get 6 into 5x plus 4 into 2 equal to 1 into negative 7. 12 cancelled. Here 12, 3 4s are 12, 2 6 are 12. Multiplying, you will get 30x plus 8 is equal to negative 7. This plus 8 will go to this side. You will get negative 8. So 30x is equal to negative 7 minus 8. It is both the numbers are negative, so you will add negative 15. X is equal to negative 15 divided by 30. Here the denominator is more, so your answer is negative 1 by 2. X is equal to negative 1 by 2. Therefore rational number is negative 1 by 2. Students, by this question we will be finishing our exercise 2.2. Don't bother about the next 2 or 3 questions. Leave it. Study this 13 questions. You can try question number 12. It's not so tough. If you have any doubts, send your doubts to mydoubtstd8@gmail.com. Don't wait till the end. So take care, stay home, stay safe.